They call it the country of sin, a label whispered online, splashed across headlines, painting Austria as a land of wild nights. But the real stories aren't the loudest. They're found in everyday life, beneath the surface. I came to Vienna in autumn 2025 to look past the dramatic labels and discover the truth. Is this a nation of wild nightlife, or of families and hard workers? The answers aren't in travel guides. They're in conversations, in quiet cafes, in the rhythm of the city. The truth is in the details. The parent, the student, the pensioner enjoying cake. This is the Austria I want to find, and I invite you to discover it with me. The real Austria might surprise you. So, where did the country of sin nickname come from? It's not official, just a myth born from history and misunderstanding. Vienna's turn-of-the-century reputation, Freud, Klimt, Schiller, pushed boundaries, and outsiders mistook that for sin. Austria's pragmatic laws, like legal prostitution, are sensationalized by more conservative cultures. A clickbait article here, a viral post there, and soon a myth is born. But when I ask Austrians, most just shrug or laugh. Country of sin? We must be doing it wrong, one woman joked. For most, the label is so far from daily life, it's almost comical. Austria is a country of rules, order, and coziness and contentment. The myth is a funhouse mirror, a twisted reflection, not the real picture. The truth is quieter, more nuanced, and far more interesting. Let's keep digging. To see the real Austria, look at the small things. Anna, a nurse in Graz, starts her day at 5:30 a.m., not in a nightclub, but on a tram to the hospital. Her worries, patience, fresh bread, her son's homework. Marcus, a retired mechanic in Tyrol, spends autumns harvesting apples and evenings at the village pub, talking weather and local politics. Reputation in the community matters more than any wild story online. Lucas, a university student in Vienna, juggles lectures, study groups, and a part-time job. His biggest worry, passing exams, not living a life of sin. Daily life here is anchored by order and predictability. Punctuality, respect for rules, and almost religious recycling are the norm. Quality of life means clean parks, reliable services, and time for family. For most Austrians, stability and community matter more than chaos or excess. The country of sin caricature couldn't be further from reality. Real life here is about responsibility, connection, and quiet dedication. It's a world away from the myth. The truth is in the everyday. This is Austria. Ordinary, yes, but extraordinary in its own way. Let's keep going. There's more to see. Austrian work culture is a blend of efficiency and balance. Punctuality and deadlines matter, but so does the sacred end of the workday. The 38.5-hour work week and 5 weeks of paid leave are standard. Taking your full holiday isn't just allowed, it's expected. Family is the cornerstone, with Sundays reserved for rest and togetherness. Parks and hiking trails fill with families, shops close, and the city slows down. It's a sharp contrast to the 24/7 culture elsewhere. Of course, there are stresses, rising costs, workplace frustrations, but the system protects people from being consumed by work. The goal: work to live, not live to work. This belief shapes daily life for millions. It ensures time for family, friends, and self. Austria's daily grind is about balance, not burnout. That's the real story, and it's one worth telling. Outsiders see Austria through clichés: Mozart, palaces, wild nightlife. Tourists expect fairy tales, and Vienna delivers. But that's just the surface. Austrians themselves are proud of their heritage, but also modern and forward-looking. They enjoy classical concerts and techno clubs, live in historic buildings, and work in tech startups. These aren't contradictions, they're just life. The gap between image and reality can be frustrating. People think we all wear lederhosen and yodel, one local joked. That's for festivals, not Tuesdays. The world sees a living museum, but Austria is dynamic and innovative. Regional identity is strong. A Tyrolean isn't a Viennese. Austrians love to complain. But underneath is quiet pride. They're not saints or sinners, just pragmatic, slightly cynical, life-loving realists. The real Austria is complex, creative, and very much alive. It's not a caricature, it's a country of contrasts, and that's its strength. Let's see how it's changing. Since 2020, Austria has quietly changed. The digital detox movement is growing. Cafes ban laptops, hiking clubs thrive. People are seeking real-world connections over screen time. In 2024, Austria passed a right-to-repair law, forcing companies to make spare parts and manuals available. It's practical, sustainable, and a little anti-corporate. Nightlife has shifted too. Smaller bars, local craft beers, and relaxed socializing are in. The party scene is more about community than hedonism. The biggest cultural shift? A slow embrace of informality. Younger Austrians use du instead of sie, and office hierarchies are flattening. It's subtle, but it shows Austria isn't stuck in the past. The country is evolving, quietly but surely, and that's worth noticing. To understand Austria, you have to listen to its people. In a Viennese cafe, Ingrid, 78, shared stories of resilience, love, and the comfort of routine. Vienna has changed, but its soul stays the same, she said. In Linz, Florian and Lena, a software engineer and an artist, spoke of optimism, ambition, and the blend of old and new. We can see the future at Ars Electronica, then hike in the hills, Florian told me. In Burgenland, winemaker Klaus described his deep connection to land and tradition, even as climate change brings new challenges. This is my identity, he said, holding a glass of wine. These stories of work, family, love, and community paint a picture of a rich, diverse, deeply human Austria. There's struggle and joy, worry and hope. But there's little that matches the country of sin myth. The truth is found in the everyday lives of ordinary people. Austria's real story is one of connection, tradition, and quiet strength. It's not sensational, but it's real, and it's worth telling. Let's look to the future. What's next for Austria? What's next for Austria? After my time here, I feel a quiet optimism. The country of sin label is just noise, far from reality. Austria balances tradition and innovation, work and leisure, order and freedom. Challenges remain: an aging population, rising costs, political debates. But the foundation is strong: excellent education, a robust safety net, and a focus on quality of life. Sustainability, community, and mental well-being aren't just buzzwords. They're woven into daily life. Austria's strength is in the middle ground: a well-made coffee, a walk in the forest, a Sunday with family. The real success is in the details. Austria is a quiet success story, stable, content, and people-focused. The most sensational stories are rarely true. The real Austria is about stability, contentment, and a society that values well-being. It may not be tabloid exciting, but it works. And that's something to celebrate. My time in Austria ends, but the real story is just beginning. I've tried to show you a glimpse beyond the myths, a country of ordinary people living extraordinary lives. The truth isn't a single story, but millions happening at once. You have to discover it for yourself. Stay curious. Question the headlines. Listen to the people. That's where you'll find the heart of a place. I hope this opened your eyes to a more complex, real Austria. There are more stories to tell, more worlds to explore. Thank you for joining me. If you want to keep discovering the world's hidden corners, stay connected. The next journey is just around the corner. See you there.